We are live. Welcome to Oakwell for this Emirates FA Cup fourth round tie between.
Good afternoon, ladies and gents. Thought I'd make a bit of an effort because Dave keeps saying that I don't make an effort when I go live. So, sorry if it's not good enough, Gaffer.
Mate, you look very smart. You look like... you ever seen the film The Gentleman? You look like the main character from that.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, mate. Yes, mate. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We have renamed our goal show, our watch along for today. It's going to be called Taps Scores. Tap Scores is because it's our little brand there. The Gaffer and Matt are showing off their new jumpers. I thought I'd put the old tweed jacket on. Probably doesn't fit me anymore, but oh well.
Matt, you need to put... Matt, for your name, you need to put the game you're doing.
Okay, how do I change that? Okay. I'll come out and start again. I'm sorry.
Yeah, good man.
Hey, got it. No, it's okay.
So each games that everybody's got today. Dave, have you had a look into your game and seen what kind of form and everything everybody's in?
Yeah, West Ham ain't been doing too bad. They're having a positive Premier League season. Doncaster ain't doing too bad. I'm just going to get the tables up right now. So Doncaster are currently fourth in League One, and I'm not saying there will be an upset today, but I think there's definitely potential for one.
Mr. Oh, look at Lou Dog. Suave as ever. So the first game of the day ended up with, I would actually say, a shock considering the form that Arsenal have been in. Arsenal have lost 1-0 to Southampton in the first FA Cup game of the day.
Which is weird because you think FA Cup is kind of like their go-to tournament.
It's their trophy, isn't it? Hello, beautiful boys. Hello. I love.
Hiya.
Yeah. Lewis, what do you make of that Arsenal-Southampton game then? And Southampton winning 1-0?
What's his name? Heis Hunen or whatever his name is. He's doing.
That is by Liam Lorenzo. Who's put that?
What's on, Chin Boy? Chinner? Go ahead then, Lewis.
What do you say, buddy?
So what do you think that... To be honest, I'm just looking now. The starting 11, Arsenal did put up, I wouldn't say the strongest team. They went with Leno, Holden, Gabriel, Suarez, Bellerin, El Nini, Xhaka, Willian, Martinelli, Pepe, and Nketiah. And they had Lacazette, Saka, and Partey come on throughout the game. Do you reckon
that's not a bad team, is it?
But still, it's not their strongest team. Is that Arteta saying that he's not interested in the FA Cup this year? Because that's quite a weak team to put out against someone. Anyone? No? Sweet. Talk to myself. Yeah, it's quite a weak team.
I think it's a pretty weak team, to be fair. After that, the results that they've had in the last few weeks with the younger lads, they've been a lot more attacking. I can't understand why he's done that. Surely you'd want to keep it going. You want to keep those wins going, regardless whether you want to be in the FA Cup or not. You know, winning's a state of mind. It becomes a habit, doesn't it? To change it up and to sacrifice. That seems like suicide almost to me.
It's just one of them things, really, because Southampton put out their strongest possible team.
Yeah.
So why would Arteta put a weak team out against them, Dave?
It's weird, right? Because I think if it was Man City or Liverpool or one of those teams, sometimes they do put a weak team out. Liverpool's known for it. But Arsenal, it is surprising because, like I said earlier, this is Arsenal's go-to tournament. They're the record winners of this tournament. And like you say, they're in good form and winning's a good habit. So I am very surprised that they've put out, I won't call it a weak team. It's still a team that could cause damage, but you would have thought they would have probably put a bit more into it.
Jack's gone ex-Plymouth manager. Look, Ian Holloway. How did you know? But to be honest, Dave, with you to be completely honest there, Southampton, apart from like United at the minute and Leicester, Southampton are in a string of form. They're in a really good run. Considering last season they lost 9-0 to a team compared to this season. If you're Arteta, you've got to put your strongest team against this team because this team is in form. There's no ifs or buts about it. They've got one of the highest goal scorers in the league.
Sorry, Jack. The only thing I can think of is that he's got one eye on the Man United game next week. That's the only thing I can think of, just off the top of my head, is that he's keeping an eye. He's just keeping his best players fit for that match because he's concentrating on the league. He thought he'd probably put a team out that he thought could beat Southampton, but I mean, Southampton have been in some great form, haven't they? They don't concede many goals and very well organised. I just think maybe that's what he was thinking. It's the only thing I can think.
So the game that's up here, I think the person that's supposed to be watching it isn't here, but we'll go through the games that we do have on today. So we've got Norwich versus Barnsley, which is Matt's one. I'll just get the team news up for that now, if it allows me to get it up.
I've just done a little look at the stats and bits and bobs. Obviously, Barnsley are 11th at the minute.
Yeah, so Barnsley have gone with Collins in goal, Hellick, Anderson, Sibic, Britton, Mawat, Palmer, Styles, Woodrow, Fraser, and Adebayo. I can't even say his name. Adebayo, which is their strong team. They have put a strong team out, which you wouldn't expect them to put a weak team out. With Norwich, they start with Tim Krul in goal, Gibson, Hanley, Aaron, Sorensen, Tete, Rook, Darwell, Placheta, Hernandez, and Hugo on the pitch. Would you say that Norwich team, compared to the team they had in the Premier League last year, was completely different?
Sorry.
No.
So yeah, yeah, it's changed an awful lot. Been that. Yeah, it's changed. It's changed quite a bit, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Emmy.
So what we'll do is, because we're coming towards kickoff, let's have goal predictions. Who's going to win, and what you think the score is going to be. We'll start with Dave. We'll go to Lewis. Then we'll go to Matt. Barnsley Norwich.
2-0. Oh, sorry. You're going to
Barnsley Norwich. We said start with Dave, so Barnsley Norwich. To be honest, I'm going to go for a Barnsley actually, because I think Norwich is going to have one eye on the championship.
Fair enough. Lou Dog.
What? Dave's game or mine?
No, Barnsley Norwich.
Matt's Barnsley Norwich, mate.
2-1 Norwich.
2-1 Norwich, and then with you 2-0. You said, Matt, didn't you?
2-0 Norwich. Yeah, Tim Krul hasn't conceded in 550 minutes of football, so I'm thinking it's going to be a clean sheet for Norwich. And
I have just read that. I was just reading that he hasn't conceded for 5. That's mad.
it's a lot of football without conceding a goal.
That's right. As long as Liverpool's gone without scoring a goal.
So we've got Brighton Blackpool. Dave.
Brighton Blackpool. Brighton for me. I reckon it will be a 3-1.
3-1, yeah?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just trying to get the Plymouth game up. So, Lewis, Brighton Blackpool.
2-0 Brighton.
2-0 Brighton. And you, Matt?
I'd say 2-0 Brighton as well. I think Brighton, they're tight at the back. I think they'll win that one comfortably.
Millwall and Bristol City.
I think Millwall will probably be rough, clothesline Bristol City, and I reckon Millwall will bully them off the park, and I reckon they'll win. 1-0.
Lewis?
Bully them off the park and win 1-0. 3-0 Millwall.
3-0 Millwall. And for you, Matt?
I'm going to say 2-1 Millwall because they tend to concede.
I think a lot of you are putting a lot of faith in Millwall there. Bristol City ain't a team to be laughed at. I know they're not having the best season, but they are still a good team.
They are a good team.
No,
but
mate.
I just think Millwall today, FA Cup team, aren't they?
Have I missed something here? When did Ruben Brewster sign for Sheffield United?
Start of season.
Was that in the summer?
So yes, you've
He
definitely.
hasn't played much though, has he?
No.
We've got the Sheffield United Plymouth game, which is my game. I am going to back here. As much as I like Ollie Burke and he's one of my pals and I love him to pieces, I've got to back the Plymouth boys just because I'm living in Cornwall and it's their team. And I've been to Plymouth a couple of times. I've been and it's really good ground, to be honest. Really good club.
No.
Dave?
What? I'm going to have to come back because I can hear Mitch in my ear for some reason. So I'll be back in a minute.
Can hear Mitch.
How can you hear? What we got here? Swansea Forest. What do you reckon then, Lou?
I think we're going to see quite a few goals in this game.
Plymouth's in Devon. You're right, Plymouth's in Devon, but Cornwall don't have a professional team except for Truro City, so they all follow Plymouth. But if you want me to school you on how many Cornish people follow Plymouth, you're more than welcome to. Go on then, Lou Dog.
I reckon there'll be some goals in this game, but I'm going for a Forest win. I'm going to go for a 3-2 Forest win.
And you, Matt, what do you reckon? Oh!
I'm with Lou, but I think it'll only be 2-1.
Only going to be 2-1.
2-1 Forest.
Hello, can I just say that West Ham have just scored?
Who scored the goal and how did it go in?
So basically, I mean, straight from kickoff, really. There's literally, I say straight from kickoff. It's about 1 minute and a half gone. It's Fornales has just come in. The ball's literally it's straight away through ball, and he kicks it across the goal, bottom corner. Nothing overly spectacular, but Doncaster fast asleep.
Anything much happening in the Swansea Forest game down in Swansea, Lewis?
Ooh.
No, mate. No. 2 minutes in, nothing's happened. I think both teams are going to feel each other, for the first 15 minutes and then smash them.
No, Matt, anything decent with Norwich?
Norwich, Barnsley just had a good strike on goal. Tim Krul just made a great save with his feet. He's now waiting for a Barnsley corner. It's been all Barnsley so far.
To be completely honest with you, the same's happening at Sheffield United at the moment. Sheffield United are all over Plymouth. They've got an attacking free kick here. They've got Ruben Brewster. Well, they've got 3 people stood over it. It is right on the edge of the box, though, so I don't know if he's going to have a shot on goal. Looks like it is going to be crossed here. Oh, it's played short, straight from the training ground. Didn't work. Did not work. Tried to play straight from the training ground. He's put it in behind the defence, and the wingers forgot to run. Would you guys say?
Sorry, Jack. Go on.
Would you guys say that some of the Premier League clubs this season are taking the FA Cup a lot more serious than they did last year?
Yeah. I think especially with COVID, I think they kind of have to, because it is prize money at the end of the day. And prize money at the moment, any money in football is absolutely valuable more than ever with the current circumstances. So I think you almost have to take it seriously.
Yeah, like you say, Dave, it's another stream of revenue, isn't it? In tight times, they've got to take it seriously. You've got to give it everything you've got.
Especially for like the, mid-table Premier League and below. You know, I think, you've got no disrespect to other teams, but, your big teams like your Man United, Chelsea, your Man City that can survive these circumstances where not that many Premier League teams can say the same. And even below that, it's even worse. So I think teams have to take it seriously.
It's one of them things. People tried to say the magic of the FA Cup's gone. Lewis, would you like the FA Cup? Would you, if they said to you, would you rather go out the FA Cup early and definitely like top 10 finish in the league, or would you rather fight in relegation and win the FA Cup? Obviously, you get out of relegation. Nobody wants to get relegated.
No, I mean it depends what kind of team you.
Well, to be
you're
honest,
talking
Dave.
about.
To be honest, Dave, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to Lewis. I literally
Sorry,
said
did you
Lewis
say
Leeds.
Lewis? Sorry,
Yeah.
mate. Sorry.
I
I apologise.
breath. I thought about what I was going to say, and then Dave flipping takes over.
Sorry, lads. I didn't hear.
Go on then, Lou Dog.
I think it's fine margins, really. You know, for me, Leeds are obviously out of the FA Cup.
Sheffield United through here. Oh, what a terrible shot. Oh, good defending from Plymouth. Sorry, carry on.
Is it right to continue, mate, or should I?
Well, mate, when there's when it's called tap scores and there's nearly a goal, I kind of have to mention it, don't I?
No problem. Well, corner. Sorry, what was I saying? For me, you know, for Leeds, the situation there, you know, I'd prefer Leeds to United to stay in the Premier League than go and because at the end of the day, a team like Leeds probably not going to win it. So I prefer to go out now. We've had a nice little rest until we play Newcastle on Tuesday.
But then again, would a in essence of that, I know, no, I'm not bringing up Klopp to be rude, but Klopp made a big thing about fixture congestion. And then you've got teams like Leeds that are getting nearly like a week and a half off of football. Would you not rather be playing every 3 to 4 to 5 days to keep your run of form?
Well, no.
Or have that week and a half off and risk it?
Well, we're not in a run of form. And the way we play football, you know, coming off the back of 3 losses in a row. Oh, Swansea did one there, Swansea. Here we go.
Talk us through it, Lou Dog.
Ball comes in from the right-hand side. Good ball in over the first defender. Always beat the first man. It's always taught that as a kid. Left foot volley, bottom right-hand corner, 1-0 Swansea.
Jack, can you update the scores on our names? Because I can't do it without going out. There's some on my phone. I don't know why I can't.
I wouldn't. Can't you have them going along the bottom instead of?
That's what I'm just sorting out now, my friend.
Good ball in by Wayne Routledge. Is he still bloody playing? Good ball in by Wayne Routledge. Nice little left foot volley, side foot, bottom right hand corner. As I say, 1-0 Swansea. Cullen.
Luckily for us, though, Matt Stream's that far behind. He's watching Wayne Routledge's debut right now.
It's what.
But thank you for the good times.
Is there anything happening down at your game, Matt?
Barnes has just got the ball out wide on the right at the minute. It's very much stalemate at the moment. Oh, hang on a minute. No, it's just burst through. No, he's offside. No, nothing. It's
fair enough.
Very scrappy at the minute.
West Ham Doncaster. What's going on down at the London Stadium?
To be honest, this is one-way traffic. Oh, hang on. There's a chance here for West Ham. Oh, he should have done better there. He should have done better. It's Lanzini. They are consistently cutting through Doncaster like hot knife through butter. I would not be exaggerating here by saying this could be 3-0 already. And that is not an exaggeration. It could be 3-0 already. 8 minutes, 51 seconds gone. West Ham 1, Doncaster 0. And to be honest, it should be more.
To be honest with you, Sheffield United are all over Plymouth here. Plymouth have got a rare break in a counter-attack. Hardy, but Logan's just too good. Is it Logan? Yeah, it's Logan, isn't it? Regan, sorry. For me, tomorrow is a big day of FA Cup as well. There's a lot of FA Cup games tomorrow. Obviously, the biggest one we've got to talk about is the Manchester versus Liverpool one. Do you think that in the FA Cup, Matt, that United are going to go at Liverpool a bit more because it is a cup game?
Yeah, definitely. I think both selections for both teams will be a lot more attacking tomorrow. There's a lot. Whilst there's sort of nothing to lose, is there? You're going to get knocked out. You know, you can't 0-0 it and walk away from it. It's got to be settled on the day. I think both teams will want to settle it in 90 minutes. The amount of football Liverpool have got coming up, I know they've had a bit of a break recently. They've had sort of quite large gaps between games. United have obviously had a bit more fixture congestion because of the start of the season. the Europa
Yeah.
League. So I think catching those games back up. So I think they'll both go for it. Want to get it over within 90 minutes. Whether there'll be top selections, whether you'll go for the strongest 11s, I don't know, but it'll definitely be attacking. I think it's going to be a much more entertaining game. I think it was a different game that we did on last Sunday, which hopefully.
It's just one of them things. I think last Sunday it was very tentative, wasn't it, to each other? It's very almost, and it kills me to say this about that game. It was almost respectful towards each other.
Absolutely agree. I think there's
which nobody really wants to see.
Ish.
I think Liverpool need to go out tomorrow, and I think Liverpool got a bit of a point to prove.
Oh, Plymouth bounce around the box here. I think I've done all them right.
I think
Jenkinson for Forest just completely left one in there. Yellow card after 10 minutes. Free kick on the left-hand side, and just on about the edge of the box to Swansea. Quite a dangerous position to put a decent ball in here.
I'm a Man United fan. And I'm saying Liverpool will to beat us 1-0. Do you know what? I think it'd be nice and interesting tomorrow to see both managers from that game put out younger players that not usually play, just to see what the difference would be from the game before.
Liverpool have been doing that all season, haven't they?
I think Liverpool got to do it. They haven't got any players fit, have they?
No, I think Liverpool need. I don't necessarily think that Liverpool have to win tomorrow. I think, but they have to put in a good performance. And I think the problem with the large majority of the season is we've not been our top form. Even when we're winning, we've still looked a little bit lackluster. And I think tomorrow we need to go out and prove a point almost.
I'm a Chelsea fan, and I'm going to say this right now. Chelsea need to thrash Luton tomorrow. And that's no disrespect to Luton. Lampard needs a big win. He needs to pick his players off the ground.
Are Chelsea fans going to start having mangasms when Herbert score like he did at Barnsley and all the Chelsea fans lost their head?
But end of the day, no matter if it's against Barnsley, against Luton, or against Man United, we're football fans. We love our club. We're going to celebrate a goal. If you ask a football fan not to celebrate a goal, are you even a football fan yourself?
No, I can see what you're saying. I think the problem with Chelsea at the moment is, I think you're right. I think if they thrash Luton, it's not a question of the quality of players. They've clearly got the quality of players, but I think they need that. Similar to Liverpool, I think they just need a game which is going to boost that confidence, because it weren't too long ago that Chelsea were top of the league. When you think about it, it wasn't that long ago, and it goes to show what a big thing confidence is.
Yeah. Well, somebody reckons, Lewis, that challenge you just described with Jenkinson. Didn't see anything wrong with that challenge personally, Lou. Somebody's put about Frank Lampard. Pods be sacked if he lose, to be honest.
That is by a gentleman called Cavon. Jordan Katie Reek was the previous one.
Come on, the Argyle. Oh! To be honest, it's a golden opportunity for Ryan Brewster there. Ball's been played into the box by, I believe, I can't see the number on the shirt. Put it in, and he's headed it into the ground. He just didn't get it on target. But it's all Sheffield United. Come on, the Argyle. Love that. Lewis, can you see Forest getting himself back into that game, or?
Well, Forest got a throw in. Tried to whip the ball into the box, cleared by the Swansea defender. About 10 yards from the corner flag, right-hand side. But I think Routledge has gone down now. He's broken nails, so matey boys come on for him. He's got a bit of magic.
Just before we do anything else, just
just a quick one for obviously the admins and for the members who are watching this. Let us know who you think will be the last Championship and lower club in this year's FA Cup, if not winner.
Mate,
Jack, who do you
I'm
reckon is
putting-
going to be the last
I'm
champion?
putting money
Go
on Cheltenham, mate, because their pitch is dreadful. And Man City don't like playing on bad pitches. Honestly, Cheltenham's pitch is really bad. Like, really bad.
Right, come on, hang on. Can we rewind?
Something's happened here in the West Ham game, by the way. There's a player, my stream, because obviously I'm watching this on the iPlayer, it's on BBC iPlayer. And there's a West Ham player, and he's down in the box. I did see what happened, because obviously it started buffering. But it looks quite concerning. He's not moved, and he's in the box. He has not moved at all.
I
He's
hope
having
he's
quite a
all
lot of
right.
attention. Yeah, I don't know. It was like I say, the stream froze, and the game has stopped momentarily. So once I hear more about it, I will come back to you.
No worries. Thank you very much, David.
In fact, he is just getting up now. He don't look the best. It's just showing me now. Let's have a look.
Norwich have the ball here. On the
Oh,
right.
it's he's
Hang on a
received
minute,
an
Dave.
elbow
Hang on a
in
minute,
the back
Dave.
of the head.
Hang on a minute, Dave. Corner. No worries. No worries.
Corner
Right.
Norwich.
The ruling on this show, if somebody's talking about a potential goal opportunity, you shut up and listen. Because literally we're all doing it to each other. If you hear somebody go, and they get the ball down the left-hand side, shut up talking, let them finish what they're saying, and then we can carry on. Just let everybody know elsewhere, Barnsley and Norwich is 0-0. Brighton and Hove and Blackpool is 0-0 as well. Obviously, Sheffield United Plymouth game is 0-0 as it stands. Swansea 1-0 up against Forest at home. West Ham are 1-0 up at London Stadium against Doncaster. Rangers are 1-0 up in the Scottish Premiership, and Aberdeen are beating Motherwell 1-0 as well. And in the only game in the Championship today, Queen's Park Rangers and Derby County is 0-0. So, Matt, can you see any clear person team taking control of the game? Is there a clear person that's taking the possession and
Barnes had a good start. Norwich are just in the last probably 5-10 minutes. Norwich are just starting to come into it. They're starting to look a little bit
West Ham win.
more dangerous and concise when they've got the ball. Barnes had a couple of chances early on, but they were half chances, and they were easy saves for Krull, really, apart from the first one, which was a good save with his legs. But Norwich just now are picking the ball up now and starting to attack down this right-hand side.
Yeah, Lewis, I said West Ham are winning 1-0 at the London Stadium.
I didn't hear Dave say. Would hear him cheering for a goal?
Yeah, it was in the first minute.
Oh, I must have missed that one. I saw him bring a sub on.
Let's be honest, right? From now on, if there's a goal in your game, I want an Aguero goal moment from at least one. If there's a goal in your game from at least all of you, at least once, I want a goal moment, like excuse me, nearly swore there, an actual full-on goal moment. Lewis, Swansea 1-0 up against Forest. Swansea's taking control of the game, or is it to and fro?
I think it's still been a 50-50 game. Only really been that one shot on goal, to be fair. Forest pumped the ball upfield. Back to the goalkeeper. What's the keeper going to do? Pump it long, probably. But no, not a lot's happening. Swansea are just going to try and play the ball out. Got the ball now on the right-hand side. But like I say, it's quite even, to be fair. Even though Swansea are winning. There's more goals in this game, I reckon, though.
Thank you very much, Dave. With West Ham leading at home to Doncaster, Doncaster look like he got it in them to bring it back, or?
Not really. I mean, the first 8 minutes, it was all West Ham, and like I say, they could have gone 3-up. But since then, it's kind of turned into one of those boring midfield games. Not really much happening, to be honest. So
Yeah,
it's just in that almost. Well, it's into that little bit boring stage. It's gone a bit stale.
yeah, you can kind of understand what's going on there. To be honest, Sheffield United, Plymouth, it's been end-to-end. Sheffield United probably had the better opportunities. Well, Sheffield United have had the opportunities. As it stands, Sheffield United on the attack. Down the left-hand side, gone all the way back. Oh, my God, this reminds me of Chelsea. They're passing side to side across the back four. They've gone from the attacking penalty box back to their own back four. Love that. No wonder they're struggling this season if they're trying to copy us. Referees blew up for a foul there. For me, do we need like Luton or Cheltenham or somebody? Do we need like a Sutton or Lincoln from a few years ago? They forgot ball into the box. Oh, Oh, very unlucky there for Billy Sharp. Do we need a run from one of the smaller clubs to keep people reminded of how important the FA Cup is to little teams? I know people are missing out on gate returns. We've seen that with Spurs. Spurs did it for Leyton Orient when they couldn't play the game, and they did it for Marine. Financially, how important is the FA Cup to some of these lower teams, Lewis?
Well, it would be more important if they could have got, fans into the stadium and stuff like that. Especially getting, a big club, big stadium, big capacity away from home. But obviously, with no fans there, I mean, where's the money coming from?
Didn't Jamie Carragher put some money in because of that to Marine?
So
Yeah,
Jamie
he does,
Carragher. So Marine had the facilities to host their league of football, but they were struggling with the FA's regulations, and their pitch took a battering. And Jamie Carragher went in and said, "Right, here's the money for the stewards. Here's the money for the electric, the gas, the water. Here's the money for the changing rooms to have a lick of paint." So he helped the club get it to where it needed to be, safety-wise.
Spurs did it, didn't they? Their fans bought like 50,000 virtual tickets, and all the
And all the money went to the club, which is a great thing to do. I think a lot of these bigger clubs, like what Spurs have just done for Leeds, they've got 300 grand's worth of turf, and instead of letting it just go to waste, they've given it to Leeds. Like that, for me, why does the FA, especially when it comes to the FA Cup this season, why are they stopping the bigger clubs from being able to either donate or do something like Marine did when they sold virtual tickets? Why are they stopping it?
It doesn't seem to make any sense to me. You'd want to support the teams lower down the league. I think the only reason could be is politically that the FA are supposed to support those teams. The money generated by the Premier League should be then, for me,
Filtered down.
think it is supposed to be used to support the lower clubs and lower league football.
Something happened down at Swansea.
And they just scored from a bloody corner.
What, straight from the corner?
Yeah, good save by the keeper. Nice tackle in there. Forrest throwing back on the halfway line. Good save from Smith. I tell you what, might have creeped in. I don't know, but he didn't know that. Good claw away that was by the Swansea goalkeeper.
Norwich are looking dangerous here. They've got the ball on the edge of the box. Oh, it's into nobody.
Dave, what's going on with West Ham Doncaster?
West Ham started to take a little bit of control again now. They've got most of the possession, but they're not doing anything really with it. Just on a point that you lads have just made, I don't get why. You remember when they charged people that did football pay-per-view?
Yeah.
Good. If you watch, I don't know, Sky Sports News at 7 o'clock on a Saturday evening, they've got highlights from every single game. League One, League Two, etc. So if you've got cameras there, can't they stream it to the fans? And even if they just charged £1, if you've got 5,000 fans watching that game, that's £5,000 going towards that club. The cameras are already there because they're showing highlights.
I think
So
That's £5,000.
a lot.
the whole point was people paying.
He said, no, he's like, what are you doing?
What's happened down at Swansea again, Lewis?
Through on goal, 1-on-1. Absolute horrendous by the number 9. And just
Plymouth on the attack now. Ball across the box. Oh, he's missed it! No! An absolutely golden opportunity for Plymouth there. They've gone down the left-hand side. It's a great bit of football. To be honest with you, they slipped it in behind. The centre mids overlapped, and he's played it back to number 28. It's Abadoji, and he's free. He's got no players around us, no defenders. He just has to put it on target, and it's 1-0 Plymouth. And he's put it wide. He's not just put it wide. He's put it wide. So not even wide front post, wide back post. First ever opportunity for Plymouth. Sorry, Lewis. That was wow.
I know you in there. He hit it wide. But what I was going to say was a lot of football clubs on their own platform, i.e. Grimsby TV, Cheltenham TV, whatever.
Sheffield United have just gone from a goal kick. It's gone all the way up. I believe it's Lundstrom on the edge of the box. He's free, just on the edge of the box. The keeper is planted on the spot. And he's just levered it. Instead of trying to put it either side of the keeper, He just levered it. All he had to do was get it on target. I don't think the keeper was saving it. Sorry, Lewis, off you can carry on.
It's all
Lewis,
right,
take 3.
yeah.
Take 3.
So, yeah, I believe one of my best mates is a Grimsby fan, and he pays a tenner every week to watch them live. So I don't know if many clubs are doing something like that at the moment.
I think a lot of clubs are doing iFollow, aren't they? So that's the £10, and they get to watch their team play. But that's obviously you're talking your League One, your League Two, your Championship. And the reason iFollow is put in place it is because a lot of the Championship, League One, League Two games are not put on TV, and iFollow has been in place for years. I think the reason why people kicked off about the Premier League is because they're getting filmed anyway. They're all on at different kickoff times. Why we should be paying £15 to watch the game when people, no offence, and I don't think people should go and do this, but people are paying 50 quid for the year to go and watch it on an illegal stream site. So why would they pay £15 for a game?
Thing is, though, buddy, is there was 2 games that of Leeds'. I want to watch my team, and if there's an opportunity to watch my team, I did pay that £15 twice.
But didn't the United fans, is it United or Liverpool, where they refused to buy the tickets and they donated all the money that they would have paid to watch the game?
Newcastle, wasn't
Newcastle United.
Yeah.
That's incredible. That's absolutely incredible. Like, for fans to just take it among themselves to do that is something next to none, to be honest.
Oh, at the moment, it's nice to see, you know, with all what Rashford's doing. I read a report, Patrick Bamford donated £8,000 for all these kids on an iPad, you know, home. So, you know, it's nice to see these footballers actually making the right headlines, you know, instead of Foden and Matey Boy, you know, trying to shag them Slovenian birds and that, you know what I mean? Like, actually making right headlines instead of, you know, just being...
We have a goal. We have a goal down at Brighton and Hove Albion versus Blackpool in the 27th minute. Ives Bazuma has put Brighton into the lead there against Blackpool. It's quite sad to see Blackpool, isn't it? Struggling the way they are at the minute.
They beat it Leeds under 23s about 5-0 in the John Payne Trophy. But what do you mean, John? Where are they? Sorry, I'm not that familiar with it. Where are they in League One at the moment?
I don't know. They're probably, to be completely honest with you, I think they may be towards the bottom of the league. I know. Let me have a look here. Blackpool. They've lost quite a few games the last couple of weeks. They've had 2 wins, a loss, a draw.
How did we miss that? Sorry, guys. Ball played in from the right then, and I believe it's Styles jumped for the header and completely missed it. Absolutely. How he missed this, I don't know. Yeah, completely missed it.
So there's the scores updated there. Blackpool aren't doing too well, to be honest with you. In their last, let's say their last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 league games, they've drew 3, won 1, and lost 2. So not having a great run of form as it stands. Brighton and Hove, obviously, we know how well they're doing. They had a run of losses, then draws. Have we got a goal down at Swansea?
Yeah, Swansea have scored. Grimes, 2-0. Back of the net. Nice.
Where was your Aguero?
No. Although their manager's a right weird looking geezer. No offence, like.
Is that the Swansea manager?
Yeah.
He's weird looking, isn't it?
What's up with him? Looks like some out of the Goonies, man.
It looks like a scientific experiment.
Forest have got a player down within their own goal. Oh, and he has absolutely creamed it. Great finish there, son. But, right. Forest have got a player of their own inside their own goal, injured. Matey Boy smashed it from 30 yards. It's gone in. Not being funny, right? He's still down injured now.
Unless it's a head injury, they won't stop the game.
No.
Oh!
And they won't.
Sheffield United are absolutely fuming. They are fuming. If VAR isn't active, which I think it should be because it's Sheffield United's grounds, the Sheffield United players come in on his right hand side, from the left hand side on his right foot. I believe it's Ampadu, centre back. He's come in and he's let one rip, and it's hit the Plymouth player's arm here. It's hit his arm here. Is it a blatant and obvious handball? His arms are like this. It's a penalty. It's got to be a penalty.
Are they doing
It's got to be a
VAR in the
penalty.
FA Cup?
Only for clubs that have got it in place. But there,
Barnsley taking advantage here at the minute.
Ampadu's tucked inside. He's levered it, and the players stopped the ball from going towards goal by doing this. And it's going to be. I think VAR are going to give this as a penalty. I'll be very shocked if they don't. We'll go to you quickly, Matt, whilst they make a decision.
Sorry, yeah.
Oh,
Barnsley actually really good start.
hello. Oh, it's 2-0. Sorry. 2-0, yeah, carry on.
Tell us about the goal, Dave.
He can't. Yeah, 2-0. Carry on. Tell us.
So it's an absolutely delicious ball served on a silver platter through to Yarmolenko. Yarmolenko, he's put the added sauce onto it. He's put the cherry, dinks it over the goalkeeper. It's a beautiful finish. It's just a little chip over the keeper. And I tell you what,
added
the West
sauce.
Ham manager must be going, bon appetit, 2-0.
All I'm going to say there is the players' arms are not in a natural position. They're up here. They've hit his arms, and VAR has ruled it not handball. His arms, that is not a natural position. How is that a natural position with your arms? It really isn't.
Did he go to VAR?
It went to VAR, and VAR said no penalty.
I mean, I hate VAR. I can't stand it.
No. I think to myself, right, we're watching Leeds, for instance. Get me back in the Championship sometimes. Just real football.
Yeah. You know what?
Carry on.
I missed the controversy. Like, you know, when you go down the pub, wasn't it? This VAR, I almost kind of get the impression.
Do you mean Liverpool's ghost goal against Chelsea?
Oh, don't start on that, Jack. Jesus Christ.
You've just said you missed the controversy. There's controversy every bloody week of VAR. You're not talking about
literally every week.
Yeah, but it's the nitpicking, stupid rules that seem to change, and nobody actually knows what the rules are.
Guys, let's put it this way. If you see a player put their arms up like this and stop a shot from going on target, are you saying that's handball? If it hits his arm here, is that handball?
It depends if it's the goalkeeper or not.
It's not the goalkeeper, it's the centre back. He's come across, he's put his arm across like that. It's like that, and it's hit his arm here, and it stopped the ball from going on target.
The old rule would be face protection, but obviously that's not around anymore.
Dave,
so, yeah,
that's not face protection.
No,
that's not face protection.
That would be against the laws of the game.
As much as I want Plymouth to win here, Sheffield United have been robbed of a penalty, because to me that's a blatant penalty. If anybody's seen it in the comments, please write. But for me, that is a blatant penalty. Good decision. Come on. Definitely Plymouth fan.
You know what? No. It's nice to have a Plymouth fan. So yeah, it's good. I'm enjoying a Plymouth fan here.
Let's just do a quick roundup of it. Lewis, check Messenger, mate. Right, Andy, mate, can you stop messaging people whilst we're trying to do a live show?
I've got
two. Bit rude, that.
Got two phones, remember? So
you're supposed to be focusing on the game, mate.
I am. 2-0.
I'm going to speak to my union rep. So Barnsley, Norwich is 0-0. Brighton are leading 1-0 to Blackpool at home. Millwall are losing. Millwall have conceded to Bristol City. Bristol City are 1-0 up at the Den. Absolute scenes from the Bristol fans, that would be, all sat at home watching it. I told you, boys. I told you can never rule out Bristol. Never. I absolutely love that.
Still got 2-1 written all over it.
Bristol, Jack.
Huh?
Are you a big fan?
I'm not a big fan. I just think they do play. Oh God, got controversy down here at Sheffield United. The referee's microphone batteries ran out and he's had to go and change it to stop the game.
I mean, if that's not an advertisement for Duracell, I do not know what is.
But to be completely honest with you, the game's been running for 35 minutes. If the battery of that microphone only runs for 35 minutes, they've definitely bought that off Amazon, haven't they? We'll go back to scores on the doors. Yeah, Bristol 1-0 up against Millwall. Sheffield United, Plymouth is 0-0. Swansea 2-0 up against Forest. West Ham are 2-0 up against Doncaster. Derby and Queen's Park Rangers in the Championship is 0-0. League One, Charlton are losing to Swindon at home 1-0. Crewe and Wimbledon are 1-1. Gillingham and Rochdale 0-0. Ipswich and Peterborough 0-0. The Imps are drawing 0-0 with Northampton. Lincoln City, if anybody don't know who they are. Oxford United are winning 1-0 to Bristol Rovers. And Hull City are beating Portsmouth away from home 1-0. Sunderland are beating Shrewsbury 1-0. And Wigan versus Fleetwood, it's 0-0. Early kickoffs in League Two. We had Exeter City beat Stevenage 3-1. Scunthorpe United won 3-0 against Grimsby Town. Cambridge United is 0-0 with Bradford City. Forest Green Rovers, go on the Rovers. They're 1-0 up against Leyton Orient at Leyton Orient's background. Morecambe and Colchester's 0-0. Oldham are beating Newport County 2-1. Port Vale, Walsall is 1-1. Southend and Mansfield is 0-0. And Cheltenham Rovers are 1-0 up versus Bolton Wanderers. Right, what's happening down at Norwich and Barnsley at the moment?
Norwich just gets at the ball in midfield, breaking down the left at the moment. Don't think this is going to come to anything particularly. We'll see. At the moment, it's Barnsley operating a high press. Oh, hang on. Corner ball. Just got a quick corner. The corner, waiting for the corner to be taken. Barnsley operating a really high press. Norwich are struggling to get out there and half at times when they've got the ball. But when they do, they look dangerous. And they look the more dangerous of the two, if I'm honest. It's easy to see why Krull's not conceding many goals this season. He's phenomenal between the sticks.
Do you think Newcastle? Do you think Newcastle let him go too soon?
I think they did. I mean, he looks great. He looks as good as any goalkeeper in the Premier League at the moment. But there's a lot of emerging talent, isn't there? And I think that's the thing.
Thing is, though, he was in the Premier League last year.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was. Yeah,
Only last year.
Lewis, what's happening down Swansea Forest? The Forest look like they can come back from this 2-0 deficit.
Forest got a free kick, about 35 yards from goal, left side.
Oh,
Not position. But you dink that ball, nice bit of pace, in swinger, aim for the penalty spot. That's where you need to be hitting balls like this, I'd say.
Fair enough.
Max Harris just had a tremendous strike just over the bar, only just over the bar.
Back post. Ooh.
Do you think Max Aarons is going to end up in the European team? Because I know Dortmund were after him for a while, wasn't they?
I think there's a lot of foreign teams after him, aren't there? He's got a lot of potential. He's very quick.
On a ball.
I think development of youngsters is big in the UK at the minute in the Premier League. How long it's going to stay like that is another matter. Whereas Germany have made a big statement, and America at the minute, that they want to develop young English players. They want to develop them. They want to help them have a career. Do you think it's better for a player to stay in England, or is it better for them to go abroad?
Go abroad.
Sheffield United in the box, Billy Sharp, dig to the back post, Sheffield United, oh my God! What an absolute finish, great header here. I think that's Spasham that scored the header there, number 6 for Sheffield United. Sheffield United played a lovely little 1-2 on the outside of the box. Rian Busa has played it in to Billy Sharp, who's run down the left-hand side of the 18-yard box. I think it actually originally started from Basham, yeah. Basham played it to the edge of the box, then stood at the back post. Deegan's put it into Sharp. Sharp's done a lovely, one of them balls you've just been on about, Lewis. Lovely little dink, mate. Just dinked it up in the air. Basham's come in back post and just solidly put it in from about 4 yards. It's not so much the finish of the goal, but it's so much the build up of the goal. It is 1-0 Sheffield United against Plymouth in the 39th minute. Carry on what you were saying, Matt, sorry.
Sorry, yeah, we're talking about young players. You're asking me about Germany and America.
Yeah.
So sorry, Barnsley's got a chance here.
Is he onside?
No, it's come to nothing. Throw in. Yeah, sorry. So Yeah, I think there's a lot of money being invested. It says it's good sign for the English game, isn't it? That's potentially going to happen. It says a lot for our academies if they're looking at our teams for investing abroad, to take our players abroad. They obviously think there's a lot of English football.
Yeah, I think it's. Dave, would you say you'd be happy to see English talent go over there and get the experience they need? In teams like Dortmund and Bayern are getting Champions League football instead of having to sit in teams like Brighton.
You know what? I think players going abroad, it doesn't just evolve their career, but when you look at people like Kieran Trippier going to like Atletico, it's almost giving him like an attitude adjustment, because before he went, he was a bit immature, but he's gone there and his level of professionalism's gone up and his ability's gone up.
Are you sure his level of professionalism's gone up? He's been telling people about betting tips. He's got a 10-week ban, mate.
But my point is, his attitude towards football and training and that lot, and he has improved, footballing wise.
Right, and I'll tell you,
in my opinion,
one thing now. Someone's gone, hang on a minute, English players, why are they worth double what any other nationality of a player would be? So they've gone, hang on a minute, why don't we go and buy a few English players, and if they're good, we're going to make a lot of bloody money.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people watch this don't know this, but the admins know this. So I'm doing an open university course. It's just looking into the business of football, and I've just finished my first week. Well, this last couple of days, 15 hours of reading articles and stuff, and it's talking about how successful the Bundesliga is as a business. Not so much the football successful, but as a business. They spend 58% less on wages each year than Premier League clubs. They're never owned by a sole owner. They're owned by stakeholders. And the way that Bundesliga work is, Lewis, the main profit margin is from them buying from abroad, developing the players, and then sending them to other teams. That's where they make their most money.
Let's be honest, yeah. Who'd ever heard of Sancho before he went to Dortmund?
I'd seen him against Chelsea because obviously I had Chelsea TV when Martin used to watch the youth team. But unless you're really invested in youth football, in the under 21s, under 18s, under 17s, and that, you would have never heard of him.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. Other than Liverpool Academy, I couldn't really tell you any other players from any other team.
Sorry, Dave. Swansea broke through again. They're absolutely ripping this shite. Forest
language.
Part. Yes, he is offside. Not a bad finish, but yeah.
So as we reach,
another great chance for Barnsley.
Yeah. As we're reaching half time, Matt, what's your thoughts towards the half time break? Who's really took the bull by its horns?
The half-time break can't come quick enough. It's this is a dire game.
Yeah. Cheers, Ryan.
But it's I think at the minute Barnsley probably, for me, shaded it first half. Barnsley just have shaded it first half, but neither team really deserves to be in front. It's very tight here.
No, right. And Dave, West Ham Doncaster.
Oh, it's over.
It's gone a bit quiet. There was a slight instant where one player went down under a tackle. It literally looked like he'd just been hit with a stone cold stunner. It was quite dramatic. It barely touched him. But other than that, the game's gone a little bit flat, to be honest. West Ham still dominating position. I can't see Doncaster, based on what I've seen in the first half, coming back. I can't.
Lovely. And Lewis, Swansea Forest, is it all good or?
Swansea on the attack on the left hand side, puts the ball in. No, it's cleared by Forest.
To be
Forest halfway line, absolute horrendous touch of a. Yeah, I won't say that. Yeah.
Plymouth Sheffield United has been pretty. It's been a lot Sheffield United. Plymouth have shown signs. They've had one or two opportunities. As it stands, the half-time scores, as it stands, they're still being played. They're still in the the couple of 30 seconds a minute left. Barnsley 0-0 with Norwich. Brighton Hove Albion are 1-0 up versus Blackpool. Millwall versus Bristol City. Bristol winning 1-0. Sheffield United being Plymouth goal 1-0. Swansea City are 2-0 up against Nottingham Forest. West Ham United are 2-0 up against Doncaster Rovers. Cheltenham and Man City kick off at 5:30. Queen's Park Rangers 0. Derby County 0. Charlton 0. Swindon 2. Crewe Alexander 1. AFC Wimbledon 1. Gillingham 1. Rochdale 0. Ipswich Town 0. Peterborough United 0. Lincoln City 0. Northampton 0. Oxford United 1. Bristol Rovers 0. Portsmouth 0. Hull City 1. Oh, I thought a goal was scored. Sunderland is still 1 up against Shrewsbury. Wigan and Fleetwood's 0-0. Cambridge, Bradford 0-0. Forest Green Rovers 1-0 against Leyton Orient. Morecambe are 0-0 with Colchester. Oldham and Newport County is now 2-2. That's interesting. So there's been a red card for Newport County. They brought it back to 1-1, and now it is 2-2 with a Luke Gambling second goal. Interesting. Port Vale and Walsall is 1-1. Salford United Mansfield is 0-0, and Tranmere Rovers beating Bolton Wanderers 1-0.
Quick question for Jack. You're watching Sheffield United. Do you think if Sheffield United were to lose today, they would slightly have a bit of a rock bottom feeling?
Goal! On the stroke of half-time, Brighton Hove Albion have conceded to Blackpool. Blackpool have been on a terrible run of form in the league recently. I haven't got the goal scorer up as just of yet, but there has been a goal, Brighton Hove Albion and Blackpool. Go ahead, Dave, sorry.
Do you think with Sheffield United, the FA Cup has got a little bit extra spice? Because let's be honest, they look relatively relegated. So I think if they lose today, do you think they might have a bit of a rock bottom feeling, considering they have picked up a little bit of form?
I am a big fan of not saying anything about relegation until the final week, mate, because I'm telling you now, Sheffield United recently have started to pick up points. Even though they haven't picked it up enough, they have started to pick up more points. The season is far from completed, mate. There's nearly, 16 games left? That's 16 games that they're going to fight for every single point. And
points to them are going to be like gold dust. They are going
not
to try
16,
and get every
not
single
16.
point they can get.
Sorry, Lewis. There's about 18 games left.
That's right.
No, there isn't, because there's 40 teams in the league and there's 38 games a season.
Yeah, and they've only played.
Oh, 22. Sorry, yeah, you're right there.
It's half time at my ground, by the way. 2-0.
Yeah, I'm at half time here as well.
There's been half time all across the board, to be honest. Blackpool brought themselves back into it against Brighton and Hove Albion. I thought Brighton were playing all right this season, but recently they've not so much been playing that great. What we'll do in a minute, we'll have a quick FA Cup goals from the last round of goals. Give the lads a quick 3-minute break just so they can go and grab themselves a cup of tea and a drink and a cheeky nicotine stick if they need one. But to be honest, it's been a pretty quiet day in the FA Cup, really, isn't it? Considering what we're normally used to.
Let's hope for a better second half all round, I think.
Yeah, I think that's the case. That needs to be the case, doesn't it? Or people will lose interest. So, guys, just bear me 2 seconds. What we're going to do during the half-time break, the lads and I will be back in about 5 to 10 minutes. We're going to have the TAP logo on the screen, and then I'm going to have a video playing as we're just coming back, so the lads know when to come back. We are planning to have a 15-minute long video that we can put on that you can watch during the breaks that shows you all the shows that we've got, advertises up and coming shows, and just basically tells you all about TAP. So, guys, if you want to go and have your quick breaks and stuff like that, you're more than welcome to.
Hello, all. It's the Gaffer here, and I'm back. We'll all be back in a minute. So I'm just going to, while we're at half time, excuse me, I'm out of breath. I'm so unfit. Whew. I'm just going to show you some adverts that are coming up. So, first of all, we have got one for Lewis. We'll wait for him to come on before we show the ad. Which is going to be a great show. And I've not actually got that many adverts on here, actually, come to think of it. So we've got shows coming up. We've got grassroots shows coming up for you all. We've got the retro review show, which doesn't appear to have the video on here, which is unfortunate. I'm going to try and upload some videos, so bear with me. Let's have a look what we got. La da da da. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. I will be back once I've uploaded some videos. We got one here. So Tuesday nights, it's not Tuesday night, actually, it's going to be Wednesday this week because there is a live watch along with Lewis. So the Gaffer's Gaff will be on Wednesday night this week, and here is the advert. So yeah, that'll be on Wednesday because obviously Lewis will be doing a live watch along on Tuesday. Jack, do you want to see a hilarious video of Paul and Andy? Yeah, that'll be on Wednesday.
Let's do it.
Yeah, fair enough. So yeah, those boys will be on Thursday night with your talk of the Now Lewis is back.
Never in my life unsee that, can I?
No.
No.
So
Lewis,
we've got the FA Cup goals to play.
Oh, we have, but before we do that, before we run out of time,
No, Dave, we've got 45 minutes to talk. It's half time. It's time for the FA Cup goals from last year.
Yeah, we've got something a little bit more important.
Sitting here at home, no direction of where we ought to go, living in a war zone.
Sorry, I had to do it. Go ahead.
Anyway, so for tonight, Lewis, talk to us.
Tonight on the late night show, we're back. Leo and I with special guest Jacko and Mr. Wheels. We talk everything Leicester City, mid-season review, and the title race, relegation race. It's going to be a good show. Tune in at 9 o'clock. Shabba.
So now we've got time for the FA Cup goals from the last round. Hopefully we don't get kicked.
Sitting here at home, no direction of where we ought to go, living in a war So never know if I'll be the next life to go. I don't really wanna go, you don't really wanna stay. We both know we can't have it any other way. I don't really wanna go, you don't really wanna stay. We both know we won't see another day. Crying out at the top of our lungs, I can't see a future here for anyone. Running away to another world where fear does not exist and we are having fun. Finding a way to cope. We've been through hell and I'm starting to lose hope. When all else has failed, the struggle is real and now it's time to bail. I don't really wanna go, you don't really wanna stay. We both know we can't have it any other way. I don't really wanna go, you don't really wanna stay. We both know we won't see another day. Crying out at the top of our lungs, I can't see a future here for anyone. Running away to another world where fear does not exist and we are having fun. I can't see a future here for anyone where fear does not exist and we are having fun. Finding a way to cope. We've been through hell and I'm starting to lose hope. When all else has failed, the struggle is real and now it's time to bail. I don't really wanna go, you don't really wanna stay. We both know we can't have it any other way. I don't really wanna go, you don't really wanna stay. We both know we won't see another day. Crying out at the top of our lungs, I can't see a future here for anyone. Running away to another world where fear does not exist and we are having fun. I can't see a future here for anyone where fear does not exist and we are having fun. I don't really wanna go, you don't really wanna stay. We both know we can't have it any other way. I don't really wanna go, you don't really wanna stay. We both know we won't see another day. Crying out at the top of our lungs, I can't see a future here for anyone. Running away to another world where fear.
Thank you to Paul for making that video up. There was some corking goals last round. One of my favourites is probably the Wolves goal or the Chorley goal where he dinks it into the box, who just absolutely smashes it in the back of the net. Second half's kicking off all around the country right now. What do we expect to see second half? Are you boys sticking with your predictions? Do you think the teams that you've said are going to win earlier are still going to win?
So go on, Dave.
Sorry, I think in my game, West Ham, if they put a little bit more pressure on, then it's going to be. I think it could be more. I think it could be 4 or 5. That's my prediction. I expect a few more goals in this game.
Matty?
Yeah, I think. I mean, other than the Forest game, Swansea Forest, I said Forest would edge that. I think possibly that's probably a done deal now. Other than that, I'll stick with my predictions in this game. Who knows? I think one goal will decide this one, unless it changes drastically second half.
Lewis, you think Forest got a chance of getting back into that one, or?
I mean, if they play like they did in the first half, definitely not. But I'll stick with my prediction that Forest are going to win 3-2.
Fair enough. Do you think Forest this season, I know they sold a couple of players and brought a couple in, but the main one for me, who I think they've really been missing, is Matty Cash. He's one of their best players for the last few years.
Yeah, he was he a right back, left back? I mean,
yeah, but he created quite a lot. for him.
Yeah, but they bought Knockhart in, who are in the Championships. A very, very good
Oh,
winner.
Sheffield United are through here. Billy Sharp's round to the keeper. Oh! Tell you what, Billy Sharp has still got it. That guy is an absolute hero. He's up there with me, with like people like Jermaine Defoe. I love the guy. He's been around football for absolutely years. Ball started on the right-hand side, gone through the centre of the park. The ball has just been lovely. Look, do you always see a lovely weighted ball right through the middle of the two centre-backs? It's lovely. It makes both the centre-backs. Billy Sharp's got in between both of them. Took it. Players tried to take his leg. He's round the keeper. He's gone a bit wide, but as he's fallen, he's managed to get his boot, his laces behind it and bury it. It is now 2-0 Sheffield United. Not a good start to the half for Plymouth at all.
Jack, I've just got to rewind for a second there. He's up there with Jermaine Defoe.
Yeah, I did think that.
Yeah, 100%. Club legend of
World Cups. He scored in the Championship.
He is a legend of football in any shape or form. He's a legend. If he might not be a legend, he might not be a legend of a World Cup or a Premier League, but that guy has scored goal religiously for the last 10, 15 years. The guy is reliable.
Yeah, at a low level. Jesus Christ.
Still a good player. Just because he's not playing Premier League does not mean. Just because he's not playing Premier League doesn't mean he's not a good player.
Anyway.
To be completely honest with you, Plymouth just need to create more chances. They've not really made. They've had one or two. That's sloppy from the older midfielder there. Plymouth for
Do you
now.
think he could be Billy Sharp's last ride this year for Sheffield United?
I don't think he will leave Sheffield United. He will leave Sheffield United until he is finished. I think he'll only leave when he has to, if that makes sense. If it's made virtually impossible for him to play football anymore, because Sheffield United are playing some wonderful 1-2s here on the edge of the box. Laid it out to the left-hand side, into the middle. Plymouth are struggling here. Oh, Billy Sharp's just let the ball run past him. A complete club servant, that guy. Yeah, exactly. It was exactly what you guys were talking about when you were talking about loyalty in football. Billy Sharp has played for a couple of clubs, hasn't he? But
dangerous free kick here from Norwich. It's left-hand side of the box. Just inside the 18-yard line, but to the left-hand side of the box. He's going to throw this in for a cross. Oh, no, nothing's come to nothing.
Can we just admire the fact that Matt's got wooden beams in his house, which I've always wanted?
Can we just admire the fact that Matt's internet's not playing up today?
It's going well, isn't it, so far, touch wood. If you can hear kids and dogs in the background, I do apologise. I wasn't planning on being on today.
Great ball into the box. Oh, what a save by the Plymouth goalkeeper. Ball's been swung in from the left-hand side again. To be honest, all of Sheffield United's chances are coming from the left-hand side. Big, long ball down the left-hand side. And he's just half-volleyed it, like sliced, kicked it across. He's come to Ruben Brewster, penalty spot, free, no man on him. And as he's hit it straight to the goalkeeper. But it was hit some venom. It was a good save by the keeper. Sheffield United started this half as they started the first half, all over him. Swansea Forest. Anything interesting happening? Forest actually trying to get back in the game?
No, not really, mate. I mean, they need to find it. They don't even look like scoring, mate. I mean, what's happened to that Lolly geezer? He was class last year.
Yeah, Lolly was awesome. To be honest, I've got my best mate, Matty Garner. He's a Forest fan, and I've always rated Lolly. I rated Matty Cash as well. I think Forest's problem, to be honest, is majority of when they're defending bad, they're just not they're not producing chances either. So it's not a bit like Leeds. When you defend bad, you still produce chances for you to score. Forest just don't seem to have that this season. I think that's why they've struggled. And I think that's what happened with Derby as well. Obviously, I know they've done a little bit better recently, and Rooney's come in and got the first points and stuff like that, and they're winning that. But we're under him. But end of the day, you can't afford to defend badly and not create chances. And I know that's a proper Michael Owen thing to say, but it's fact. You can defend badly, but end of the day, like Michael Owen would say, if you score more than the other team, you win. And if you're not creating the chances to even have a shot on goal, and you're defending poorly, it's only going to go one way.
They're really not creating a lot at all, to be fair, bud. But, you know, we're only 4 minutes into the second half here. Good ball in by Swansea. Nice header away. But
it's a bit of a shame for Forest, isn't it? Because they've got such pedigree. But to see how...
I mean, that's a nice little flick by Forest there. Come on, then, do something, lads. Get a goal now, make it interesting. Because you know the famous saying in football: when you are winning 2-0, the next goal is so important. You go 3-0, it's game over. You go 2-1, it is game on.
Would you say 2-0 is probably one of the most dangerous scores in football?
I'd say it's the most dangerous half-time score.
I think in general, mate, because just one goal, like Lewis said, one goal gets the other team back in it. One goal puts them out of it.
Oh, what an effort! It's not gone in. Is it Souček? Sorry to drop. So the ball's come in. It's been headed at.
Souček.
It's been headed at, and he's had to proper angle his body. He's got to be 35 yards out. It's his first time on the volley. Absolute pinpoint technical ability there to volley it. Great save by the keeper, but I tell you what, if that went in, it would have been an absolute slobber knocker of a goal. Probably one of the best goals I've seen.
To be honest, mate, yeah. But if it went in, it would have been a goal. But it didn't go in, so it wasn't a goal. You literally just turned it. You are turning into a mixture of Robbie Savage and Mike Owen as commentator. You really are.
Save, but the effort was an outstanding effort, and I'll tell you what, the keeper was on. It was a great save.
Matt, Barnsley Norwich, has it got any better this second half?
Still really scrappy. Barnsley are giving it their absolute all. They really are. They're putting in probably the performance of the season from them in terms of their effort, but there's just nothing doing. No quality in the last third of the pitch from either team. Really.
Goal!
We've got a goal down at the London Stadium, and who's it gone to, David Ray?
It's gone to West Ham. Well, you know what? It was the simplest corner. The ball just went in. Free header. Bad mark. It looks like they've gone zonal. And hang on, no, it's an own goal. I've just looked at the replay. It's a corner. The goalkeeper's come out, completely missed it. Everyone's missed it. The player on the line goes to knee it out, and it's at the wrong part of the knee, and he's put it in his own net. What an absolute prat! Boom, boom, boom. 3-0 West Ham.
I love the fact you just started describing that goal of it's gone in. Well, obviously it's gone in. It's a goal.
Matt, it wasn't as good as. Sorry, carry on. No, it was a horrendous defending from all members.
Horrendous defending. Fair enough.
Horrendous defending.
Goal down at Norwich. Matt is happy.
Styles has just scored it. I'm sorry, I was listening to your conversation. I have to watch the replay to find out what happened exactly.
Uh-oh. It's all right, she's fine.
Oi, Marcus.
That came out of absolutely nowhere. Neither team looked like scoring at all.
Ow.
Hopefully this brings this game alive a little bit now.
Was it a good goal?
So it's really scrappy in midfield. Barnsley would turn possession over. It gets played out wide to the right. Whipped into the back post. Everybody misses it. Header out. And then Styles just turns on it. Pops it into the back post. Good finish, to be fair. Really good finish. Terrible defending.
Probably. Matt doesn't even support Norwich or Barnsley, but I bet he's super happy there's been a goal in that game because it sounds so scrappy.
It's been absolutely dire to this point. Let's hope this game brings it alive a little bit now. That's a good
Let's hope so. Lewis, what's going on down at Swansea?
I mean, to be fair, since the last game, Forest got back into the game a little bit more. But still, no killer instinct. Good set. Well, a typical easy save there for the Swansea goalkeeper. But no, mate, no, it's still not a lot. Like we said before, fine margins at the moment. Next goal is so important, but nothing to report really, mate.
No worries. As Marcus has just said, Derby have just gone 1-0 up away to QPR, which is a big goal for them and a big goal for Rooney. I tell you what, since he's gone into that Derby team, they do seem to be playing
Yeah.
better as a team. So it is, for me, sounds like it was definitely the manager and not so much the team that had fallen out of love with him. Kazim Richards has scored for Derby in the 57th minute. To be completely honest with you, quite a lot of the games that are on today are set up for anybody that's put on both teams to score in all the FA Cup games. You literally just need 1, 2, 3, 4. Need 4 goals to be in for a winner, which is incredible. Both teams to score. It's just the joy of the FA Cup, though, isn't it? Like West Ham could be 3-0 up, and then all of a sudden 2 mistakes, 2 penalties, it's 3-2, and they're back in the game. So you can never rule anything out. It's the 57th minute, 58th minute in some of the games.
I mean, I've watched West Ham a few times this season. You know, credit where credit's due. For a manager that gets a lot of stick, David Moyes has I think he's done a fantastic job.
He definitely, he has done a good job there. I think. Sorry, I'm just getting people messaging me.
Wow, that would have been spectacular. How often do you see in a game where you see an overhead kick assist and an overhead kick goal?
Goal! It's a goal for Bristol City. They are 2-0 up at the Den.
How many games are you watching?
I have got live score reports, so it pops up on my phone when a goal goes in.
Oh.
That's how I'm managing to do it.
You might need to take the nunchucks off, though, darling. You might need to take them off.
Just to let everybody know, Millwall are 2-0 down at home to Bristol City. It's saying 2-0, but I don't know if it's being looked at because it's not coming up with a goal scorer as it stands. Ball in by Sheffield United. Edge of the box. Stupid foul there from
he's done
Morton,
well.
I believe.
He's done well.
There you go, darling.
It's 2-1. It's game on. Not cut. 2-1. Come on, then.
There is goals all over the shop. Brighton have just scored at Blackpool. But before we go into that, Lewis, let's hear about this Forest goal.
Right, so game on. 2-1 to Swansea, but Forest have just scored. Not caught with a goal. Pretty simple finish. A little bit of, Swansea mistake has led to this attack. I think it's Joe Lolly. He's done well. He's just up near the penalty spot. It's almost an empty net kind of thing. 2-1, game on.
Great goal there for Joe Lolly. Bristol have gone 2-0 up against the mighty Millwall, and it is Nahki Wells. I remember when a lot of teams had his name on their tongues. He was tipped to be something absolutely different class.
It was not Knockhart scored, buddy. Lolly said it all.
Knockhart, sorry. Well, there you go. You said about Knockhart being in the team and replacing, obviously, the Matty Cash. He's stamped his mark there. 2-1, and again, goes back to, is 2-0 the most dangerous score in football? And for me, it really is. As it stands, scores on the doors. Let's have a look. Barnsley are 1-0 up against Norwich. Matt's quite happy about that because he needed a goal to cheer him up. Brighton Hove Albion are 2-0 up against Blackpool. And it is Alexis McAllister that scored and made it 2-1. Millwall 2-0 down to Bristol City. Sheffield United beating Plymouth Argyle 2-0. Swansea City are 2-1 up against Forest. Forest just scored through Anthony Knockhart. That guy is a true, like, what would you say? Would you say Championship? Good enough for Prem, but he scores more goals than Championship because he was unreal for Leicester, wasn't he? In my opinion.
It almost reminds me of
that. He's a good.
It reminds me of that Trapped player.
But not good Premier League.
He was proper quality in the Championship for QPR, but got to the Premier League and didn't quite cut the mustard.
Just to let people know about scores on the doors elsewhere in other competitions. Championship Derby have took 1-0 lead against QPR. Swindon are now 2-1 up against Charlton Athletic. Crewe at Xander, it's 1-1. Gillingham are beating Rochdale 1-0. Ipswich and Peterborough 0-0. Lincoln City, Northampton still 0-0. Oxford United, Bristol Rovers is 1-0 to Oxford. Portsmouth 0, Hull City 1. Sunderland 1, Shrewsbury Town 0. Wigan Athletic 0, Fleetwood Town. I bet Martin's hoping Wigan win. Grimsby 0, Bradford City 0. Leyton Orient Forestry Grovers is 1-0. Morecambe is 2-0. Colchester. Oldham and Newport's 2-2. Walsall beat Port Vale 2-1. Mansfield is 0-0 with Sheffield United. Transmere Rovers are now 2-0 up against Bolton. Dave, what's just happened at London Stadium?
Well, Doncaster's pretty much had their first attempt on goal. I don't know the player's name, I'll be honest. Is it a half volley from just inside the area? And you know when you hit it that hard, it hits the bar, it takes about 4 years to come back down. It was one of them. The keeper was well and truly beaten, but he's rattled it against the bar.
A penalty.
Oh, hang on a minute here. Hang on a minute. There's a penalty down at Swansea by the sounds of it.
To Swansea.
Oh, poor Forest.
I don't. He's not touched him. You diving little bugger. He's not touched him. That is a dive. That is a massive, massive dive. That is horrendous. That is cheating.
Can we just admire the fact that 3 months ago, Lewis would have used several swear words, where there is resorted to bugger. I appreciate that.
Just to let people know, Bristol City have gone and scored a third for the referee to rule it out, rule it off. So it is still 2-0.
That is cheating. That is cheating.
Is it a blatant dive the ref should have seen, or is it something the ref's been played for a mug?
It's where that's where VAR needs. That's where VAR would be useful. It is a blatant dive. He has not touched him. Let's hope justice comes here. Matey boy stepping up. Old Grimesy. Grimesy's taking it. Scores 3-1 Swansea. Pretty much game over. And that's harsh on Forest there. Very, very harsh, because that was not a penalty in a million years, mate. Never.
It does sound pretty harsh down there at Forest, down there at Swansea. Can Forest muster anything up to get another goal back, is the question.
Well, we've got half an hour of football left, haven't we? Like you just said, anything can happen in football. It only takes a second to score a goal. But that's going to... Hopefully it spurs them on and it doesn't, take the wind out of their sails, because that's really harsh on Forest, that is.
Yeah, just a update.
Not to bring on Amatoye.
Plymouth have took off Jephcott and Harden. They've brought on Moore and Telford just to get themselves probably back into this game. Just an update for lower league as well. Morecambe are leading Colchester 2-0, but Colchester have just had Harry Pels sent off in the 61st minute. Which you really don't want at 2-0 having a man sent off.
Terrible ball.
Harry Pels, their holding midfielder as well. Great ball in. Oh, great hands by Plymouth goalkeeper there. To be honest here, it's United. Plymouth have come back into this game. I wouldn't say they're in to win it, but I would say they have come back into it. And like what happened at Forest and Swansea a minute ago, goal can happen and they're back in it, straight back in it. There's been a goal down at Portsmouth. Hull City are now 3-0 up. I swear Portsmouth were running away with that league like a month ago. They were, weren't they? Portsmouth were running away with their league.
Yeah, to be fair,
they had a really good start.
Premier League. Look what happened there.
Goal! This is for Adam and all our Mansfield fans. I know there's a few of you in here that Adam's added to the group in the last couple of weeks. Southend United 0, Mansfield 1. Great, apparently a great goal finished by Mansfield. There's also been a goal down at Tranmere. Tranmere Rovers. Bolton Wanderers have got one back, I believe. Bolton Wanderers have scored a goal in the 64th minute to bring it to 2-1. Goals are going in left, right, and centre. If people have got both teams to score, a lot of them will be very happy with this. Billy Sharp's through here. He's done the centre back. He's held the ball. He's missed. You put your house on Billy Sharp scoring a goal from that angle. Great ball down the middle. He's out strength to the centre back. He stopped dead in the ball with the box. He's tried to bend it top bins and he's completely missed it. Completely missed it.
Just
West Ham
like Jermaine
Doncaster.
Defoe used to.
I think you find Jermaine Defoe used to miss quite a lot of shots. Scored a lot of them, but missed quite a lot as well. Just a quick one there. With West Ham Doncaster, has it gone a bit stalemate? Has it been like, well, West Ham know they've won the game now, it's kind of put to bed, or?
I wouldn't say a stalemate. I think Doncaster, just to give them credit, they are starting to go at it now. And all right, it's 3-0. Might be a little bit too late. One thing that did just tickle me though, they've just brought a player on. Oh, the commentator has just said that he's a great technical player with a lot of with a big future. I've just looked him up. He's 28.
Oh,
So I don't know what the commentator is quite on about, but he did come on for someone who did suffer a bump on the head, and he does look very concussed. So I'm hoping he's going to be okay.
Lewis, is something
Yeah.
happened down in Swansea?
yeah. I mean, Swansea could have scored again there. To be fair, the old boys fell over at the ultimate moment, but Swansea play the ball within the area, play it out wide. Nice left-footed effort. Safe hands by Smith. Forest get the ball clear, mate.
Everybody's favourite team that have made it into the Football League this season, Forest Green Rovers, are 1-0 up against Leyton Orient in the 64th minute. Leyton Orient have just had a man sent off. The ironicness in that, it is Daniel Hatt. He got a yellow card in the 54th minute, and he got a straight ball. Well, it looks like a straight red, to be honest, in the 64th minute. So he played for 10 minutes and got sent off. He literally got a yellow card in the 54th. He's gone and done something absolutely ridiculous in the 64th and been sent off for it. And there's been a goal down at Gillingham. Gillingham Rochdale is now 1-1. The reason we do updates on League One, League Two, and Championship because we know people bet on both teams score. People are interested in them kind of teams as well as Premier League.
Gamble
So if it's
responsibly.
definitely gamble responsibly, I love that. There's an attacking free kick here for Plymouth. They had a nice little bit of play, and Kamara has been absolutely snapped. To be completely honest with you, they could do something from here. They've played it short, played it out on the left. He swung it in back post. He's met it. Well defended by Sheffield United there. They haven't quite got it out yet, though. Plymouth is still there. Oh!
Oh, nice.
Oh!
Nice.
Lovely.
What great football by Swansea. You've got to applaud
Lewis.
that goal.
Lewis, can I have your attention,
Is it
please?
4-1? Is it 4-1 down at Swansea
It's
now?
4-1 Swansea. That was some lovely football. That is how you want football to be played. That was lovely. Nice outside foot, straight out wide on the left-hand side. First time ball in. Nice little clip, bottom left-hand corner. Great play, Swansea. Definitely now this game is over. 4-1 Swansea.
It's got 5-4 written all over it.
Lewis, just quickly, I was watching Sky Sports the other day, and they was talking about, and we spoke about it, about Swansea playing that really attractive tiki-taka football. And someone on Sky Sports, and I quote, they said that they're showing glimpse of doing that again. You're watching Swansea today. Are they going back to that style that made them successful when they first went up to the Premier League?
Yeah, with Laudrup, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I heard it on Sky Sports.
Yeah, you said. Yes.
Dave, just a quick one. Can you stop name dropping a news page that keeps trying to get our videos banned, please, mate?
Sorry.
Because their name is definitely copyrighted.
I mean, I don't think they're going to arrest me for saying the word. I'm not sure they can.
I think he just means that he doesn't want to get this live taken down. That's all.
All right. So yeah, it was said by those who shall not be named.
Go! Ipswich Town have gone 1-0 down at home to Peterborough United.
Anyway, so yes, Dave, they are playing some good football today. I won't call it tiki-taka, but I mean that goal that they just scored there, literally, completely split that defence apart. 3 touches straight in the back of the net from being in a position where you've probably got 8 Forest players behind the ball. Do you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
I'll tell you something now that I find interesting, right? Chris Hughton, always done well, especially in the Championship. I thought he's going to come into this Forest side, you know, and do well with them. I think they're still towards the bottom of the Championship. They cannot defend, mate. At all. Don't get me wrong, it was never a penalty. the score should only be 3-1. Swansea definitely deserve to win the game, but they don't look. I think his cards could be done here, and I think he could get sacked very soon.
To be honest with you, I think a lot of Forest fans are on the same line. He normally does quite well, but it just hasn't at Plymouth. There's been a goal down at Port Vale. Port Vale now losing 3-1 at home to Walsall. It's gone down as an own goal as well. But yeah, Dave, Chris, I think he's a great manager. Forest is one of them clubs. They're always in and around.
Oh, he's at the bar.
And we'll go down to Norwich. Should he have finished it?
Should have finished it. That absolutely through on goal, open net, and hits the bar. Shocking finishing.
Me down to Barnsley.
Go! So you boys were all saying 2-0 Millwall. It is official. Bristol City are beating Millwall down at the Den 3-0. And I think a lot of people in their bets have probably put Bristol to lose there. Bristol City 3-0. Naki Williams scored the second. I don't know who scored the third, but it looks like Bristol City on their way through to the next round.
Wow.
Do you reckon we'll ever see?
Jesus
Do you reckon we'll ever?
Fucking right, right tumbleweed moment there.
Nobody's talking. Do you know what I mean? I say goal.
Sorry, I was just wrapped up in the game.
To be honest, there's been another goal down at Oxford. Oxford are now leading Bristol Rovers 2-0. So Bristol City fans will not only be celebrating the FA Cup, but the fact that Bristol Rovers are getting battered again. Matt Taylor has. Matt Taylor has scored both of them for Oxford. Dave, West Ham Doncaster. Is it turned into a training match?
No, Doncaster still. Yeah.
Go! I don't know if it's going to be given as offside. It looked offside to me. The lino was the lino is waited for Billy Sharp to run through with the ball, right? Yeah, he was offside, but he's waiting for Billy Sharp to run through the ball, run towards goal, waited for Billy Sharp to pass it to, I think it's Ludstrom or something like that, to tap it in. No, but he's passed it to the other player, let the other player put the ball in the back of the net, and then the lino put his flag up.
Yeah, you let the play finish before the lino does it. It's the new rule, mate.
I think it's ridiculous. That's a stupid rule.
It's true. But it's funny you should say that, because we've just had an instance in our match where the lino has not put his flag up, but the guy, and I'm not exaggerating with this, must have been about 10 yards offside. And the lino still hasn't put his flag up. Which I think if it's 10 yards offside, and the commentators just said it, surely they'll put the flag up if it's that obvious.
It's shocking, isn't it? I think they do alert the referee, don't they?
Go! So the offside has happened. Plymouth run up the other end, gone down the left-hand side, played it to the centre of the box, and the old boy that missed the shot in the first half has buried it past the keeper. Ramsdale has got to do better there. It's gone down to his arm. He's not got a strong enough arm. Plymouth are back in this. We're in the 74th minute. 2-1. Carry on. Sorry. I love it when that happens. Terrible defending by Basham. Is anything happening elsewhere?
Krull again.
Oh, excuse me.
Fantastic save. Oh, no,
it's been cleared.
Oh my! Why did you square that?
Chris Kamara scored for Plymouth. Chris Kamara scored for Chris. I can't Did I? I didn't know. Thought they made a substitute. Lewis, what would you say is a massive turning point in your game if it ever happens? Forest get another, or do you think it's just game over now?
No, the game was over when Matey Boy dived and it went 3-1 Swansea. Like I said before, it was never a penalty in a million years. The guys cheated. But that said, Swansea definitely deserved to win this game. Swansea now on the counter attack. On the left hand side, whips the ball into the box, misses everyone. Shocking.
There's been a goal at Oldham Athletic. It's now 3-2 to Oldham against Newport. Newport are actually one of the leading teams in the league down there. I think they're down in second. They're having a really good season. There's also been a goal at Lincoln for any of our Imp fans. Lincoln are 1-0 up against Northampton Town at home. There's been a red card down at Tranmere Rovers. I believe it's gone towards a Tranmere Rovers player. There's been a red card in that game. Tranmere Rovers and Bolton Wanderers. Tranmere still winning 2-1. There has been a red card in that game as well. Would you say Barnsley beating Norwich as it stands, and obviously Bristol are beating Millwall? Would you say that that's a big win for Barnsley there against Norwich? Because Norwich are having quite a decent season, aren't they?
Barnsley have got a very good young side, you know.
Can I just say that I called that result, by the way?
Oh, well.
Barnsley haven't
you,
beaten
Lewis.
Norwich. Barnsley
Means
haven't
nothing
beaten
for me.
Norwich since 2016 was the last time Barnsley beat Norwich.
Matt, you've been watching the game, right? How's the lad in midfield, Moat, playing?
Oh, can you dig that? That is 4-0 to West Ham United. Easy as you want. Cutting through their defence again. And to be honest, these centre-backs for Doncaster just might as well not have turned up, to be honest.
Oh, what a save by Plymouth!
Because they are absolutely shocking.
Mate, they are Doncaster and they're
Woo-woo.
playing for West Ham.
You know it.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Luke.
Jack,
Yeah,
some of these, I mean, the corner that I spoke to before, the Sunday League defending, it was so bad. And right here, you've got a flat back five where they're playing, and there's only one West Ham player running through, and not one of these five players have spotted the run. And it's shocking to watch, to be honest. I know Doncaster are a lower league side, but they've got to be doing better than that.
Yeah, Matt, were you just about to say something about your game, mate?
Sorry, no, Jack. Lewis asked me a question about midfield. It's just been so congested in there. It's been difficult for anyone to play well, to be honest with you, Lewis. It's just so tight. Barnsley are choking the game in terms of the midfield. They're just,
What's the pitch like? Is it cutting up now?
shocking. The pitch is shocking. The pitch is absolutely awful, and that's not helping anything. No,
Billy
it's a
Sharp
really-
has just been substituted for our one and only Melton boy. Well, he grew up in Melton. Ollie Burke is now on the pitch for Sheffield United. He's going to get 11 minutes here. Ryan Brewster's coming off as well from a Goldrick. It's interesting, actually, because Sheffield United are one of the teams that do typically play really with a two up top, don't they? And it's nice to see a club doing it, because I want Chelsea to play that position. Just to let people know as well, the goalkeeper for Plymouth, Argyle, has kept him in this game. He's made three good saves just this half. In the first half, he kept him in it as well. He's called Michael Cooper. But yeah, without him in that goal, I think Plymouth, it would have been done and gone by the 60th minute there.
The problem that you get with 4-4-2 these days, Jacko, is you get caught out in midfield because everyone plays for free, don't they, pretty much, in midfield these days. So you get overrun. The way around that is playing that 3-5-2 system.
That's what Sheffield United play.
Yeah, so your wing backs give you your width. You've still got a lot of the back. You can have two up front. Southgate did it for England, didn't he? Worked quite well in the Euros. World Cup, even.
There's an interesting development in my game, actually. I'm not sure if I agree with this, but obviously it's not to me. It's up to David Moyes. He's taking Fabianski off, not because he's injured, but he's giving the youth keeper a chance. He's going to bring the youth keeper on. Just been listening to commentary. There's no injury whatsoever to Fabianski. Fabianski is literally watching over like you can't see me because he blatantly don't want to go off. It's very rare that you see. It's very rare you see them substituting a youth goalkeeper in one of these games.
But it also shows that it's also David Moyes showing that he does listen to the youth players and he understands that some of them aren't going to get 90 minutes or even start games, but at least he's giving them some kind of experience in the first team. And I know it might only be 10 minutes, but 10 minutes is 10 minutes.
10 minutes can do nothing. It's in a game. It's in a game that West Ham should have been winning, and he should have started with him if he's going to give
Oh,
him a
no,
chance.
Trent.
10 minutes.
No, I think that's a great point.
Score over.
And to be honest, in this game, I don't actually think Fabianski's had to make a save.
So
But the thing is, that's a 10 minutes confidence. Yeah, no, it's a confidence boost. It's a 10-minute
Unless you
confidence boost
concede,
for young
and then it
players.
might damage you a
ball.
little
How
bit.
can it be a confidence boost if he's not going to touch the ball? No fans
Mate, just
either.
mate, as a youngster, getting put on the pitch for the first team, even if it's 2 minutes, it boosts their confidence. It really does. They get annoyed because they only got 2 minutes, but it does boost their confidence. I'm a big believer in youth players coming on for 15, 10 minutes towards the end of a game that's over, just to get them on the pitch.
Yeah, maybe for a player that's going to touch the ball, but for a goalkeeper that's in a game where Doncaster aren't attacking and he ain't going to touch the ball, I can't see how that's going to benefit him at all.
I think it might damage his confidence. You know, like if he does concede in those 10 minutes, it might. I agree with Lewis. I think if you're going to start it, if you're going to play him, you start him from the beginning.
Are Norwich
'Cause if
going
he-
to get a
if he-
goal, Matt? Is a
At
comment
At the
we've had.
minute, at the minute, I would say not. Last third, they're making terrible decisions, slipping over. They look really out of control in the last third. Although they've got a chance here, no. Again, cleared easily by Barnsley in the end. They look wobbly at the back as well at the minute, Norwich. Krul's just had to come and bail them out with a clearance.
I'm not going to lie. Since Plymouth has scored as well, they've had Sheffield United pinned in their own half. They've really got them pinned in their own half. This would be a great result if they manage to bring this back. When I said earlier about Harry Pell being sent off for Colchester down at Morecambe, it has proven to be costly because they're now losing 3-0. So definitely. Big ball, back post. Oh. Plymouth are literally in the Sheffield United. Sheffield United they've got their all 11 players in their box defending against Plymouth Argyle, which is a testament to Plymouth. They really are going at them. Lewis, Swansea Forest.
It's got a bit stale at the moment, mate. It's like I said, it's completely game over. Yeah, Forest are on the attack here. Commentators cursed? No, I did it wide. Yeah, next.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that mine and Lewis's game's dead. I think
Ollie
Jack,
Burke's
you're going to
spoken
be in
to-
for. I think the Sheffield United game. I think you're going to be in for a great last few minutes.
I
Same
really
with
hope it
Matt's.
goes extra time. Just be honest. To be completely honest with you, what Sheffield United are doing in the second half that they weren't doing in the first half is giving away soft fouls, going into the back of players, putting an arm on their back when they're jumping for the ball. Something they discipline-wise, the second half, they've just not been disciplined at all. They've made silly mistakes. The Plymouth goal came from them trying to mess around with the ball, basically. Basham was just, I don't know what he's playing at. But Plymouth, to be honest, all fair dues to Plymouth. The last 15, 20 minutes, they've come right into this game.
Are there any games going to be going to extra time?
As it stands, no. Blackpool's Brighton might do if Blackpool score. Norwich score, it could do. Plymouth score, it could do. And then your two games, I don't think they've got any chance of going to extra time.
No, I can't see it.
There's been a goal down at Lincoln again. Lincoln are now 2-0 up against Northampton in the 84th minute, sorry. That's probably all over down there. Great win for Lincoln there.
I mean, I'll be honest, watching this, I'm really annoyed at Doncaster, actually, because I thought, I could be in for quite a close game here. And at parts of the game, West Ham have kind of sat off, and they've almost gone, as the old saying goes, if you want some, come and get some. And they've sat behind the ball, and Doncaster's just not wanted to attack them. And there has been moments in this game, where Doncaster could have got a West Ham, because West Ham have sat back, and they've been so unambitious. And I think if you go to these Premier League sides, I think you've got to attack them.
You've got to make them nervous, haven't you? You've got to put them under pressure.
Yeah, you do. And if Doncaster, they're just not turned up, and I'm quite disappointed.
You got to get
be honest,
rough them up.
Norwich have got a dangerous free kick here.
Yeah, bang on,
Right, sorry, 18-yard
rough them up
box.
a bit.
No,
They just wasted it.
Norwich has got a free kick.
So they've just wasted it.
There has been a red card down at Southend. Southend are trailing to Mansfield 1-0 at home, and Timothy de Jong has got his second yellow card of the day, and he's been given his marching orders. Probably game over down there. To be completely honest with you, I think Plymouth left it a little bit too late to start playing good football. To be completely honest as well, since
Oh,
Brighton,
it's through.
we might have a goal down at Swansea.
No, blocked. Oh, no, he's
No.
come back to no, here we go. 5-1. 5-1.
Jesus. That's,
Could that be? Could today, Lewis? Could today be his last game?
Yes.
the way Forest go through managers.
Have they been that poor? Has it been mistakes by Forest, or have Swansea generally been just a cut above the rest?
Swansea have been good, but on the halfway line, the Swansea striker, Lowe, I believe his name is won it well. Absolutely bullied the Forest defender. And okay, yeah, Lowe shot blocked, but it went over to Cooper. Cooper's had a shot left foot. Keeper should be doing better with that, to be fair. But again, this game's been over a very, very, very long time. 5-1 Swansea.
Sorry to say this, Boris, but I think you might be losing another manager.
I mean, they've only got about 5 left in the world to choose from, ain't there? The way they go through them.
But to be honest, they've been going through a little bit of a crisis with owners and owing money and nearly going into administration a couple of times. So they've kind of had to cut their losses, especially with players. They've had to let players go and sell them when they really didn't want to. Matty Cash being the main one there. They really didn't want him going. They really didn't want him going. Ollie Burke's broke through down.
Too good for the Championship.
It's miles off target. I called Swansea to go furthest from Dave's question at the beginning. Fair enough.
A silly question. I'm not overly sure we can answer this without sounding absolutely horrendous. But apart from the teams that you support, who's left in the FA Cup that you would genuinely like to see go on and win it?
Cheltenham Town.
I mean, that would be amazing.
That would be fantastic, wouldn't it?
I mean,
You want to bring back the magic of the FA Cup,
would be, but it ain't.
Mate, they don't even need to win it, mate. They just need to do what Sutton and Lincoln did a couple of years ago, where they got all the way to the quarterfinals. That's all they've got to do.
Nah, let's have a smaller team in the semis at least. I'd love that.
To be honest, mate, the way Chelsea are playing, it wouldn't surprise me if we lose to Luton. To be completely honest.
Well, if you want a small club to get to the semis, hopefully Liverpool will get there, Dave.
Oi, played United.
I mean, that's rich someone who's been in the lower leagues for the last decade.
16 years, mate.
Do you know what the ironicness is? Is Liverpool fans give it to Everton, saying they're down in 6th, but Everton now have 2 games in hand on Liverpool on 32 points. So if they win both their games, you're now going to be lower than Everton. And if Spurs win theirs, you're going to be lower than Spurs. Man City wins theirs, you're going to be even further from the top. So you've gone from we're going to win it again to Everton possibly being higher than you in 2 games' time.
It's do or die time now for Norwich. 3 minutes to go. Just held up the board here. 3 minutes stoppage time now. It's I can't see him scoring in that 3 minutes, to be honest.
West Ham, good to see Brighton to go on and win it. Do you know what? I would say yes, because I like the way they play football, to be honest. It's an attacking free kick here for Plymouth. Swung it into the box. Back post. Oh! Oh! He's wasted it.
Barnsley on the break. Oh.
And, oh my God, there is drama. Drama.
By the way, who picked Norwich in the ACCA? Because they've lost us all our money because all the other results are going our way.
Dave, I chose Forest.
Charlton and Swindon. There has been a goal, from what I can see here, in the 90th minute to make it 2-2. Incredible. After all the games are finished, guys, we'll go through the results, and then we'll talk about the next round of fixtures for the FA Cup, because for some reason they've done both draws already. It's 400 minutes here. It's Sheffield. Sheffield United just need to use a bit of their bit of maturity and just see the game out, I think. Ollie Burke, nice little touch. He's gone inside. He's hit it. Oh, good save by Cooper. Ollie Burke's turned the left back inside, well, right back inside out. He's hit it from about just on the edge of the 18, but far left hand side, right hand side of the box. And the keeper's had to save that.
How old is Ollie Burke now?
23.
23. He's 3 years younger than me.
24 this year.
Do you think he's got a lot of potential that's still been unfulfilled?
Definitely.
Yeah, I think from what I've seen of him in his younger days and when he first started at Forest, definitely. I think he's just not had the game time, which is a shame.
Which is why West Brom, that's why I really don't like West Brom, because of the way, not only the way they've treated Ollie, but they've treated a lot of young lads from around Melton and Leicestershire area like crap. Che Adams, one of them. West Brom wanted to sign him. They told him they were going to sign him on a scholarship and never signed him.
I mean, this was the same team that said that a certain Gnabry was not good enough for West Brom.
It's just one of them things, isn't it? I think Hull City have scored and made it 4-0 at Portsmouth.
That's it. It's all over. Norwich are out.
Norwich are out of the FA Cup. What's happened here as well, Gillingham have just scored in the 93rd minute against Rochdale to make it 2-2. Norwich are out. There's attacking free kick here for Sheffield United. There's about 1 minute and 15 seconds to go. I think I'm probably about 30 seconds behind live. McGoldrick stood over it. He'd be an idiot if he shot. He just needs to put it into the corner.
My game's got roughly 25 seconds to go. I'm pretty sure that West Ham should be able to hold on for that.
Full time at Millwall Bristol. Bristol finished the game 3-0. A penalty from Mara Dahayu, Nike Williams, and Antonio Semedo put 3 goals past Millwall at the Den.
Shocking.
Plymouth have got 30 seconds to get this ball up the pitch.
That's my game done. 4-0, full time. Impressive by West Ham in that game, but Doncaster very, very, very poor defensively. Very poor.
Was Premier League v League One though, Dave? So it's going to be expected, surely.
Big ball by the keeper. Flicked on. Ref's blown up here. Plymouth are out. Sheffield United have managed to...
Sorry, Jack.
Sorry about that.
Sheffield United are through to the next round after a 2-1 win against Plymouth. Basham with the winning goal. Brighton and Hove and Blackpool.
Matt, shut your missus up.
Has ended. Brighton managed to get... Brighton have managed to get through with a 2-1 win. Sheffield United 2-1. Swansea Forest 5-1 as it stands, but that's all over. West Ham United 4-0. Right, let's talk about the FA Cup games, and then I'll have a run through all the Championship and League One, League Two ones.
In fact, before we do that, if anybody can spot what I've been doing the whole way through this video, I will offer a prize. There you go. Carry on.
You've been changing the names on the banner.
No.
You've been moving the cameras around.
No.
No, he's been saying dodgy words to do about kitchen and cooking and stuff like that, hasn't he? Yes, he has. I clocked you straight away, Dave. Where's my prize?
Yeah, well, you're completely wrong. So carry on.
Where's my prize?
You're not right.
I am.
Matt, was it harsh on Norwich to lose today, or were they wasteful with their chances?
It was such an even game, really. Barnsley came with a great plan. They choked the game off in midfield. They kept a high press against Norwich. They killed the game for Norwich. They just totally neutralised Norwich's attacking potential. When Norwich did get chances, they were scrappy. They weren't great in the last third. I think Barnsley deserved it. Just.
Dave's been getting random words in that Paul gave him when they went for a walk this morning.
What, you think I've got the memory to memorise all that? No, you're wrong.
No, it's been sent to you, Dave. Clearly, you've been getting random words in. I know you have.
No, there's a theme. You've got to pick a theme.
You didn't say
What?
that. You didn't say that. You said what
There's
you've
a
been doing.
theme.
Lewis, with Swansea and Forest, was they just outplayed Forest, or were they just poor in general?
Well, I mean, Swansea, what they did, they just rolled with it. So,
There you go, Mo.
to be fair though, mate, like I say, it was, 2-0 at half time. Next goal's important. Forest got it. But then there was the awful penalty decision, a complete dive, 3-1 for Swansea. Then it was 4-1, 5-1, and I think Chris Hughton's numbers, I think he's gone.
Yeah, nothing to do with me.
Who
So-
do you bring in to replace though? Who literally throw a name out? Who do Forest then bring in? And secondly, who would want to go to Forest, knowing the fact that they sack their managers after just 10
You got to
games?
remember the managers they bring in also like to have a little bit of money to spend. So, my opinion, you bring in Eddie Howe if you can get him, because he does wonders with no money.
No chance.
He does wonders with no money.
He's not going to
Mate,
leave.
he's going Celtic, mate.
Yeah, he's not going to go there. To be honest, I think it's about time Forest started asking themselves a question. They keep changing the manager, and it doesn't get any better. It's about time they started asking themselves a question: what are we doing wrong as a football club? Not just as a.
Look,
You can't just keep putting putting it at the door of a manager.
I think
Yeah.
Lewis might have touched on something there. Now he says about Eddie Howe going to Celtic. How ironic would it be, with his history with their rival club, that Neil Lennon was the one to take over at Forest?
No,
I don't know, actually.
If you can't succeed in Scotland, you're definitely not going to succeed in the Championship.
So, guys, here's a Championship's very tough. It is indeed. Here's something interesting for you, because they did round 5 draws. I now know which teams that got through, who they may face or will face. So, West Ham beating Doncaster Rovers has lined them up for Manchester United or Liverpool.
Oh,
Sheffield United beating Plymouth have set them up to play Bristol City, which will be a very interesting game.
interesting.
Surely Wolverhampton will play the winners of Southampton and Arsenal. Barnsley have secured a 5th round fixture of Chelsea or Luton. Hopefully it's Chelsea. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Swansea have secured themselves a 5th round fixture versus Cheltenham or Man City, which again would
So
be
Man
interesting to see Swansea if Man City beat. We can't say they have beat them, Dave. If Man City do manage to win away at Cheltenham tonight, are Swansea going to be able to keep up with Man City? And that will be a true test to see if they would be good enough to be back in the Premier League. And
I think
Brighton
that'd
and
be a
Hove,
great game. That would be a
Brighton
great
and-
game.
Brighton and Hove play either Brentford or Leicester away. Which is very interesting there. What we're going to do now, guys, I'm going to run through the other scores on the doors,
Big in that,
and-
weren't
and then we'll what we'll do is we'll show you a couple of posters and videos, let you know about upcoming shows, and then that'll be the end of this tap scores for this Saturday.
Come on, Baba.
So, just to repeat for anybody that hasn't seen the scores on the doors, Southampton beat Arsenal on the early kickoff 1-0. Barnsley beat Norwich 1-0 at home. Brighton Hove Albion managed to scrape past Blackpool 2-1. Millwall lost 3-0 at the Den to Bristol City. Sheffield United beat Plymouth Argyle 2-1. Swansea thrashed Nottingham Forest 5-1. And West Ham won 4-0. Cheltenham Town versus Man City is live at 5:30. Queen's Park Rangers lost 1-0 to Derby. Another win for a win for Rooney, which I'm really happy about. I really hope he does well as a manager. Charlton Athletic versus Swindon, it finished 2-2. Curtis Ander at Wimbledon 1-1. Gillingham Rochdale 2-2. Ipswich Town 0. Peterborough United 1. Harry Perry, Lewis's best mate, will be absolutely livid with that. Lincoln City have finished 2-1 against Northampton. Oxford United are in the 100th minute of football. They are winning 2-0, but they're in the 100th minute of football. 10 added minutes.
Oh,
Hull
Lewis is
City
giving
beat
you a high five,
Portsmouth 4-0. Sunderland have beat Shrewsbury 1-0.
Mhm.
Wigan and Fleetwood 0-0. Exeter won 3-1 against Stevenage. Scunthorpe United won against Grimsby 3-0. Cambridge United, Bradford City 0-0. Leyton Orient lost to Forest Green Rovers 1-0. Morecambe beat Colchester 3-0. Oldham Athletic managed to beat Newport at the County 3-2. Port Vale lost 3-1 to Walsall. Mansfield got a win against Southend United. And Tranmere Rovers won 2-1 against Bolton Rovers. Bolton Rovers? Bolton Wanderers.
Bolton Rovers.
Bolton
Little
Rovers,
bit
got
of
a lot of
Bolton
Bolton Rovers in there. Just for our non-league fans that are watching this or going to watch this, Barnet lost 2-1 to Atchixham. Bromley lost 2-1 to Halifax Town. Chesterfield beat Wrexham 2-1. Dagenham Redbridge beat Kings Lynn 3-2. Dover lost 2-0 to Solihull Moors. Notts County and Torquay was 0-0. Stockport and Bournemouth was 1-1. Sutton won 3-0 against Eastleigh. Wealdstone lost 4-3 to Aldershot Town. That looks an interesting one. Weymouth and Hartlepool was 1-1. And Woking and Maidenhead United is 0-0. There isn't any other games that have. There's games from across Europe for anybody that likes gambling responsibly. Sevilla are 3-0 up against Cadiz. Villarreal drew 0-0 with Herzesk. Eintracht Frankfurt won 5-1 against Armenia Bielefeld. Augsburg beat Union Berlin 2-1. Bayer Leverkusen lost to Wolfsburg 1-0. Stuttgart lost 2-1 to Freiburg. RB Leipzig lost 3-2 to Mainz. Roma beat Spezia 4-3 as well. So there's some really interesting scores across Europe and the English leagues. This has been Tap Scores. What we've got this evening is we've got a brilliant show ready to go. Lewis, do you want to tell us about what's going on this evening?
Yeah, Jack. Yeah, tonight, 9 o'clock, late night show. Myself and Leo, special guest Jack and Mr. Wheels. We will talk everything Leicester City, mid-season review. Who's up for the title? Relegation. It's going to be a good show, and I'll see you at 9 o'clock.
And don't forget, tomorrow morning, guys, we've got the wonderful Matthew Rigby, Duke Matthew Rigby, doing Talk of the Tap extra time. So don't forget to tune in for that. Matt, what are you going to be talking about tomorrow? Is it the paper talks? Is there a certain subject you're talking about?
Does he know he's on mute?
I don't know why he's muted.
Matt, you're muted.
There you go, mate. You've got to unmute yourself.
Sorry, I've unmuted myself. Sorry about that, lads. So tomorrow morning, we're talking about all the things newspaper. We're talking about all the headlines of the day, the FA Cup, today's results, the draw for the next round, and obviously the up-and-coming fixtures tomorrow. Should be a good, fun show. 10 a.m. Talk of the Tap extra time.
Lovely
Can
stuff.
I just show a bit of appreciation, actually? I just want to say, Jack, you have been an absolute fantastic host.
Done great, Jack, tonight. Fantastic.
Yeah, I think you've been brilliant. And credit where credit's due. I just want to say from the gaffer, amazing show, mate. Fantastic. Very professional.
Apart from the Defoe show.
Defoe thing.
Hey, Billy Sharp's a legend.
Fantastic.
Billy Sharp's a legend.
It doesn't matter, mate. Whatever show you do, mate, no matter how bad it is, you'll always come up with a little bit of waffle. Mr. Waffle.
Thank you to the gaffer for coming on. Thank you to the Duke for coming on. I think that's got to be Matty's net. He's got to be Matthew. We've got to call him the Duke. We've got to. Mr. Late Night's been on as well. Don't forget all the shows we've got. Before we end, I'm going to show you a quick photo, and then I'm going to probably play a video from. I don't know. We're going to play a random video that's on here. Completely random video.
Snowflakes.
I don't think we've got it.
Oh,
Gaffer's gaff.
So here's a quick picture. Here's a quick picture for everybody. So basically, what happens is this is what Klopp looks like if he shaves his beard. I'll print that off just for Dave and Liverpool fans. What we've got here is we've got a video just advertising one more time. Matthew Show in the morning. There we go. Poster for Lewis, lovely stuff. Don't forget, 9 o'clock tonight, live from Mr. Wills, myself, Leo and Lewis. And believe me, Leo and Lewis, if you've never watched their show before, because I know there's people that haven't, are the funniest duo you'll see on any of our shows. They are brilliant. Thank you guys for coming on. This has been Tap Scores. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and hopefully Cheltenham go and beat Man City, eh, boys?
Yeah, go on, Cheltenham.
Go on, Cheltenham Town.
Good, Cheltenham.
Take care.